Hi everyone, this is Erin with Five Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is being filmed at the beautiful and very peaceful Costa Rica Yoga Spa, where I have two upcoming retreats happening in November and February. And I'm just excited to be up here reconnecting with the space and filming a couple classes. So I hope you enjoy the setting. Today's class is going to be a peak pose class featuring Flamingo. Flamingo is a posture that's new to me, and I recently attended a class where this posture was taught, and I got kind of excited about it and thought I would share it with you too. So this is the first time this pose has been in any of my classes. I hope you like it. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you click the bell icon for notifications of new classes. Thank you all to my subscribers and my Patreon supporters. And if you are interested in attending a retreat, please see my website for more details. Without further ado, we're going to do a lot of postures that prep us for our final pose of Flamingo, which works the biceps, the triceps, the quadriceps. It's a balancing pose with bind and forward fold. So there's a lot going on in the posture and a lot of prep we've got to do. So today let's start in child's pose to stretch out the hips and the low back. Come onto your shins, bring your knees wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Extend your arms out in front of you. Rest your forehead down on your mat. Feel the stretch in your shoulders as you extend your arms further forward. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Close your lips. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose for 5 deep belly breaths. As you fill up, let your belly expand and fall between your legs. As you release your air, contract your core, draw your belly button back toward your spine. Take a pause at the end of your exhale. Gently constrict the back of your throat, bringing an audible quality to your breath, thinning out and slowing down your inhales and exhales. One more breath here in our first child's pose. For a side stretch, walk your hands off to the right. Keep your hips where they are. Rest your forehead down again. Breathe in. Feel the stretch all along the left side of your body. And breathe out. Walk your hands back through center into the left. Rest your forehead back down on your mat. Feel the stretch in your right side. Breathe in. And out. Walk your hands right back to center. One last stretch here. Just slide your left arm underneath your right to get a stretch to the back of your left shoulder. Now rest your left ear down on your mat so you're looking to the right. And switch sides. Slide your right hand or your right arm underneath your left. Come onto your right shoulder and your right ear. Look to the left. Big breath here. extend your right arm long. One last stretch back. And then go ahead and just kind of snake your way through to a high cobra. So your forehead's already on your mat. Take your chin, keep your forearms on your mat, and then your throat, and then your chest. Extend your legs out in front of you, out behind you, and then press all the way up to a high cobra pose. High cobra pose, keep your elbows soft, fingers spread nice and wide. And then for a stretch to the neck, bring your chin to your right shoulder. Bring your chin to your left shoulder. Come back to center and start to gently look up. Get a stretch through your throat. And then gently look down, bringing your chin toward your chest. Getting a stretch not only through the back of your neck, but all the way through your upper back. And reach the crown of your head straight back up. And from here, press your way back to tabletop. And take a couple rounds of cat and cow. So as you breathe in, drop your belly, arch your spine. As you breathe out, round your spine. And again. One more time. And come back to center. I'm going to take a modified side plank. So keep your right hand on your mat, kick your right foot to the right, extend your left leg long behind you, back to the edge of your mat, and lift your left arm up. Now reach your left arm forward. Lift your left leg up, so you have one nice long line from your fingertips all the way back to your toes. Now bend your left leg, reach your left hand around, take hold of the outer edge of your foot, kick your foot back, and then let your gaze follow your chest. So as your chest rolls open, maybe lift your chin a little bit. And then release your left foot straight out behind you. Release your left hand down towards your mat and switch sides. So side plank on the other, modified side plank. Keep your left hand on your mat. Spin your left foot out and extend your right foot back to the back of your mat. First, lift your right arm up, get that nice extension and reach. Your gaze can follow up towards your fingertips. And then reach your right arm forward. So feel the stretch all along your right side. From here, lift your right leg up off of the mat. And then we're gonna take a bind here. So bend your right leg, reach your right hand around for the outside of your foot. Take hold of your foot, kick it back. And then let your gaze follow the opening of your chest. So as your chest rolls up and open to the ceiling or sky, you can start to follow it with your chin. And then release your right foot, lift your right arm up, and then return to tabletop position. From tabletop, let's make our way to our first downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and then slowly begin to straighten your legs as you release your heels down towards your mat. And then take a few moments here for some movement of your choice. You can start to pedal your legs, bending and straightening one leg at a time. You can sway your hips side to side. You can wobble out your head, bringing extra length to the back of your neck. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose, and we'll find a static downward dog. So bring your feet to hip distance apart. When you look back at your feet, make sure your heels disappear behind your toes. So make any adjustments that are necessary.
Really ground down into the corners of your hands. Feel your fingertips pressing into your mat. And again, your neck stays nice and loose. One more breath here in our static downward facing dog. Look toward your hands. Slowly, with bent legs, walk your feet to the front of your mat and bend your legs, or keep your legs bent as you rest your torso on your thighs. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow, or you can just rest your hands down on your mat and start to find a swaying motion. So gentle rock side to side. If you'd like to work on straightening one leg at a time, that's an option too. If your hamstrings aren't quite warm enough for that yet, and just keep your legs totally bent. Gentle movements, a gentle sway side to side. And make your way back to center. If your hands are not already on the floor, place them on the floor. And then we're gonna make our way into a halfway lift. So you can begin to straighten your legs, begin to flatten your back. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can always take them to your shins or blocks. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, reach the crown of your head forward. Feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. Take another breath in here. And then exhale, Uttanasana, or standing forward fold. So this time, legs are a little bit straighter. It's okay if they're not all the way straight yet, but we are working on lengthening our hamstrings or the backs of our legs. Breathe in and out. Come back up to a halfway lift, so nice long spine. Reach your arms straight out to the side, so you're in a capital T. And then inhale, make your way up to tall mountain. So in tall mountain pose, drop your shoulders away from your ears, so we're not hunching up. Reach up through your fingertips. Slight spiral of your pinky fingers in. Take another breath here, in through your nose. And then as you breathe out, cactus your arms, opening your chest. Breathe in, back to tall mountain, and breathe out all the way back to forward fold. So hinging at your hips again, arms come off to the side. Halfway lift, and forward fold. Plant your hands on your mat, step back to a high plank pose. You can modify high plank pose by putting your knees on the floor. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, come halfway down, Chaturanga. Inhale, press it back up, high plank, and then exhale, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up behind you for three-legged dog. Reach your heel a little bit higher, and then begin to open your hip, bend your leg. Take one circle of your foot, warming up your ankle in one direction, and then circle of your foot, warming up your ankle in the other direction. Go ahead and straighten your leg, level your hips, exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. See if you can touch your knee to your nose. Extend your leg back again, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Look past your hands this time and set your foot between your hands. From here, drop your left knee down to the floor and then come into half splits pose. So bring your left hip over your left knee. Begin to straighten your front leg and fold over your front leg for half splits pose. Again, warming up the right hamstring, back of your right leg. And then make your way forward again, back into a grounded low lunge. So back knee stays on the floor, and then make your way into crescent moon pose, lifting both arms up over your head, so stretching the front of your left leg. We're going to connect the palms of the hands, cross the thumbs, bring the thumbs to the back of your head, and just take a little mini back bend here. Reach your arms back up, hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee up off the floor. Keep your right leg bent. Bring your left leg to meet your right and make your way into Utkatasana or chair pose. So hips sit low, arms reach up, hold here, breathe in. And as you breathe out, lift your heels and reach your arms back for balanced chair. Inhale all the way to tall mountain. Drop your heels, lift your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, draw your elbows down. Back to tall mountain as you breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. Modify with knees to the floor. We're gonna do that one Chaturanga push-up again. So come halfway down, press it back up, and press it back. Downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, reach your heel higher, and then begin to open your hips, bend your leg. Take a circle in one direction with your ankle, your foot. Take a circle of your foot in the other direction for your ankle. Straighten your leg, level your hips. Knee to nose, round your spine, warming up your core. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Look past your hands. Set your foot between your hands. Back knee down to the floor. Half splits pose. Now bring your right hip over your right knee. Start to straighten your left leg and then fold over your left leg. Take a breath. Now make your way back forward so that your left knee is over your left ankle, but keep your right knee grounded. Crescent moon pose. Bring your arms up overhead. Connect the palms of your hands, opposite cross of your thumbs. Thumbs to the back of your head. Little mini back bend here. Reach your arms back up, separate your hands. Bring your hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes under, lift your knee, coming back to chair pose one more time. So keep your left leg bent, right foot meets left, hips sink low. Arms reach up. Balanced chair, arms reach back, lift your heels. Tall mountain. Cactus. Tall mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High plank. This is our last Chaturanga push-up. So come halfway down. Push up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Just 3 rounds of sun salutations this class. So picking up the pace, breath to movement, look towards your hands, step, walk, or float to the front of your mat. Fold as you breathe out. Tall mountain, rise high. We're gonna come straight back to forward fold as you exhale. Monkey and Chaturanga. So either step, walk, or float back, high plank to low plank. This time, upward facing dog. Knees, thighs stay off the floor. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Round 2. Look forward. Step, walk, or float to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Tall mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Step, walk, or float. Upward dog, downward dog. Look forward, come to the front of your mat. Forward fold, rise high, and fold. Monkey, Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Breathe in and out. Lift your right leg up. Right knee, right elbow. See if you can tap your elbow with your knee. Three-legged dog. This time we're gonna do it 3 times. So elbow to knee, or knee to elbow, sorry. And last time, knee to elbow. Three-legged dog. Wide-legged low lunge. Set your right foot down to the outside of your right foot. Right hand, left knee to the floor. This is gonna be a quick stretch. So left hand stays down, bend your left leg, reach your right hand around for your foot, take hold of your foot. Draw your foot in, breathe in, and out. Place your foot down on the floor, right hand back to your mat. See if you can do it without dragging your foot. Three-legged dog. And then open your hip, bend your leg. Straighten your leg, level off your hips. Bring your foot between your hands. So knee toward nose, foot steps onto your mat in a low lunge position. Draw your shoulders back, reach through the crown of your head. Hands reach up, crescent lunge. 1 full breath here. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath in, you're gonna step your foot forward to standing staff pose. So 1 big sweeping motion, step onto your right foot, lift your left leg up, hold here either with a bent leg or a straight leg, breathe in, and then as you breathe out, come back to airplane lunge. So float your foot back, reach your arms back, set your foot down. Breathe in, crescent lunge, breathe out, warrior 2, breathe in, reverse warrior, exhale, extended side angle, and hold it. So elbow to knee or hand to floor. Left hand to hip, left hand up, or left arm forward. And then we're gonna take this pose into a bind. So you can take your left hand, reach it around toward your left hip, and hold here. Keep your shoulder open. If it's accessible to you or if you have a strap, take the full bind. Reaching your right arm underneath your right leg, clasp your hands, roll your shoulder open, look up or let your gaze follow your chest. Okay, wherever you are, extend your arms back to side angle. And then we're gonna take reverse triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Let your left hand slide down your left leg. Reach your right arm up and back. Feel that stretch in your right side. And then just cartwheel your arms down toward your mat. Bend your right leg, low lunge pose, Vinyasa. High plank, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's take that whole sequence with that stretch on the other side. So lift your left leg up 3 times. Bring your knee to your elbow. See if you can tap it. 1, 2. Always look past your hands as you come forward. 3. Extend in three-legged dog. And wide-legged low lunge. Set your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Knee to the floor. Bend your right leg. Reach your left hand around. Just holding this stretch for 1 breath. Breathe in. And out. Release your foot. Left hand back to your mat. Try to do it without dragging. Left foot way up and back. Three-legged dog, and then open your hip, bend your leg like we did at the beginning of class. Nice inner thigh hip stretch. Straighten your leg, level off your hips, look past your hand, knee toward nose as you step through to low lunge.
Strong low lunge here, draw your elbows or your shoulders back, crown of your head forward, look past the front of your mat. From your strong low lunge, keep your legs as they are. Reach your arms up for crescent lunge. You reach through your fingertips, lower your shoulders away from your ears. We're gonna take a big step onto our left foot as we make our way to standing staff pose. So step onto your left foot, bring your leg through. You can keep it bent or straighten it. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, airplane lunge. So float your leg back behind you. Lightly set it down. Keep your torso at an angle. Inhale, come up to crescent lunge. Exhale, make your way to warrior two. Stay low in your legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You're gonna make your way to side angle pose. So same variations apply here. Elbow to knee, hand to block or floor. Right hand to the ceiling, right hand to your hip, right hand straight out in front of you. And then we're all gonna attempt to bind from wherever you are now. So bringing your right hand toward your left hip crease, you can hold here, continuing to roll your right shoulder open. Or with a strap, or if you can reach, left hand underneath your left thigh, clasp your hands, and then roll your shoulder open, starting to rotate your chest up, gaze follows. One more breath here. Release your bind, come back to side angle. Reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, right hand slides down your right leg, reach up and back. And then you're gonna cartwheel your hands to the earth, return to low lunge pose, Vinyasa. Take a high plank, Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Breathe in and out. Take your right leg, lift it up behind you. This time you're going to set it straight between your hands. Low lunge, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale here. Prepare yourself for standing staff pose. Step onto your right foot, bring your left leg forward, and then we're gonna take a twist here. So take your right hand to your left knee, left hand out behind. Or, if possible, take hold of your left foot with your right hand, straighten your leg, and hold it. Whichever pose you're in, you're gonna transition. This time, well, airplane lunge is an option or straight back to airplane. So keep your left leg up off the floor if possible. Reach it back, breathe in. And then as you exhale, if you're not already, airplane lunge, step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Make your way to half moon pose, stepping onto your right foot, reaching your right hand to the floor, a block, your ankle, your shin, left arm up toward the ceiling. And then we're gonna make our way into the bind, sugarcane pose or Chapasana. Bend your left leg, take hold of your left foot with your left hand. Start to kick it back. We did this pose at the beginning of class on the floor, a little more stable on the floor. So just working into our balancing poses here. Extend your legs straight back out, arms straight back up. Land lightly in prayer squat. So step wide on your mat, hands to your heart. Inhale, come up to star pose. Exhale, hinging from your hips, standing straddle splits. Toes point slightly in, all the way down.
All right, we're gonna take egg beater pose. So if you need to, you can scoot your feet a little bit further in because we're going to be crossing and reaching for our ankles. So reach your right hand toward your left ankle, take a nice firm grip here, and then slide your left arm behind your right and reach for your right ankle. You're gonna begin to draw your elbows toward your ankles, so the opposite ankles. And then you're gonna start to twist in your spine. So looking out underneath your right arm towards your right foot. And release, or come back to center, and we're gonna switch sides. So now bring your right arm behind your left arm, take hold of your ankle, and draw your elbows toward opposite ankles, so you get a nice firm grip here, and then start to look underneath your left arm toward your left foot. And come back to center, release both ankles, come up to a halfway lift, nice long spine. From here you can just, if you did bring your feet further in, heel toe your feet back to a nice wide stance. Walk your hands a couple steps forward, put them in line with one another, and then press back so you're in a wide-legged downward facing dog. Nice big stretch for your shoulders. Walk your hands back. So you're in a halfway lift here. You're gonna take your left toes to the left and come into a side lunge. Okay, we're gonna take a bind here if it's accessible to you. You're gonna take your left hand, reach it off to the left, place it on the floor, reach your right arm up. Okay, now we're gonna try the bind. Bring your right hand towards your left hip. If you can, you're gonna wrap your left arm around your left knee. Bind your hands. Maybe look up. Okay, release your bind. Reach your right arm up so you get a nice stretch there. Bring your hands back to your heart, and you're gonna side lunge to the front of your mat. Okay, now we're gonna take the bind when we do the other side. So right now, we're just gonna rotate all the way back to low lunge, and then step back, high plank vinyasa. High plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Take a breath here. Okay, lift your left leg up. Step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale here. Standing staff, step forward. Bring your right leg with you and twist. Left hand, right knee, right hand, right arm out behind, or you can take hold of the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Kick it forward, reach back, look back. Your transition out of this pose is airplane pose. Keep your right leg lifted, extend it back, reach back with your arms, and then set your foot down, airplane lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, half moon. Float your right leg up. Left hand either comes to a block or the floor or your shin or your ankle. Start to roll that right hip open. Reach your right arm up. And then moving into sugarcane pose. Chapasana, bend your right leg, reach your right hand around, take hold of your right foot. Start to kick your foot back. Roll your chest open. Make your way back to half moon pose and then step into prayer squat. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, standing straddle splits. Breathe in and out. Take your right toes, point them out to an angle toward the back of your mat. Side lunge onto your right leg. Okay, we're preparing for the bind on this side. So first, take your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Place your right hand on the floor. Reach your left arm up, look up toward the ceiling, your fingertips. Reach your left hand around for your right hip. So half bind here. You can hold here. Just continue to open, roll your shoulder open, roll your chest open. If you want to try to bind, you're going to wrap your right arm around your shin, around your knee, and then reach your right hand for your left hand. Take hold here, nice firm grip, and then roll your shoulder open, maybe look up. I have a hard time balancing in this one, so I keep my gaze more toward the floor so I don't fall over. Since my heel doesn't reach the floor, it's a little less stable of a base. So work with whatever you've got going on in your body. Release the bind. Reach your left arm up so you stretch out that shoulder. Bring your hands back to your heart. And then side lunge to the front of your mat. Skandasana. And take it back to low lunge at the front of your mat. And Vinyasa. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Look toward the front of your mat. We're going to take 3 little froggy hops in preparation for hopping into Malasana. So bring your feet together. You're going to squat back, separate your knees. Okay, little hop. Little hop. And one more. Okay, now look toward your hands. You're going to float your feet and hop them to the outside of your hands. Sink your hips low. Your hands to your heart. Reach through the crown of your head. Hold here for 3 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, sit down on your mat. Reach your feet up for boat pose. Reach your hands towards your feet, lift your chest. You can straighten your legs if that's accessible to you. Okay, roll down onto your back. You're gonna extend your left leg long on your mat. Hug your right knee into your chest, take your hands around your knee, and then hug your right knee up towards your right shoulder. So, elbows in and down, all your toes flexed back. We are gonna return back up into our standing postures, but this is a little preparation pose for what we're going to be doing on our feet too, in a balancing pose. So imagine yourself balanced on your left leg. And just feel the compression in your right hip. Okay,
Relax the grip on your knee. You're gonna bring it across your body for a quick twist. So we're not gonna hold this one, but just gonna release, twist, reach your right arm all the way to the right. And then come on back to center. Okay, switch sides. So extend your right leg long on your mat. Hug your left knee in. Take hold of your knee. Bring your left knee toward your left shoulder. Flex your feet back. Elbows in and down. Tight grip. Deep compression in your left hip. Visualize yourself standing perfectly balanced on your straight right leg. And relax the grip, bring your knee across the body for a quick twist. Extend your your left arm to the left, big stretch. Good. And then come back to center. Hug your knees in. Just take one little roll up to a seated position. We're gonna start first with a seated straddle, a seated forward fold. Another stretch for our hamstrings. Lift your arms up, reach your hands forward, and fold over your legs. Big breath in and out. Okay, release from your fold. From here, you're gonna bend your right leg, take the sole of your foot flat to the floor. Keep a gap between your left leg and your foot, so they're not touching. Hug your knee in. Now you're going to keep hold of your right ankle with your left hand and reach your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Arm straight out in front of you, flip your hand so your thumb faces down. Now start to hinge forward and wrap your right arm around your right leg. Now begin to reach your left hand around your back and take hold of your right hand with your left for the full bind. Okay, so we're holding here. This is gonna be slightly similar to what Flamingo is gonna look like when we're standing up on our left leg. We're just taking the balance element out of it and getting the feel for it in our bodies, as well as all of the benefits of the posture. Okay, now release, and we're gonna switch sides. So extend your right leg forward. Draw your left leg in, bend your leg, left foot to the floor, gap between your foot and your leg. Okay, keep hold of your left ankle with your right hand. Take your left arm to the inside of your left leg. Reach your arm forward, flip your hand, thumb faces down, reach, wrap, and then right arm reaches around for your left hand. Okay, hold here in this bind. Again, visualize yourself standing on your right foot. All right, release. Go ahead and cross over your ankles. You can hop back through plank chaturanga or just step back to down dog. So place your hands on your mat. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Breathe in and out. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up behind you, step forward, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale here. Inhale, standing staff. Take your hands, wrap them around your left knee. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Okay, and we're gonna work toward that bind, which leads us to flamingo pose. So hold on to your right ankle with your your left ankle with your right hand. Reach that left arm to the inside of your left leg. So we did this on the floor, you kind of know where we're going. Wrap your left arm around. Wrap your right arm around. This is a little hard to get into. Okay, hold here. Hold this bind. Okay. From here, you can start to hinge forward. Like a flamingo taking a drink out of the pool. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. Release your bind. Take your right hand to your right hip. Take hold of your left toe, big toe, with your peace fingers. You can hold here or extend your left leg out in front of you. Without touching the floor, swing that left leg straight back to airplane. Airplane lunge, set your foot down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe. Preparing for the other side. We did all the prep work to get into our flamingo pose. Lift your left leg up. Step forward to low lunge. Come up to crescent lunge. Standing staff. Take hold of your right knee, wrap your fingers around. Draw your knee right up to your right shoulder, flex your toes back. Nice tight grip here. We did this on the floor. All right, keep that right knee pulled in nice and tight. Your left hand is gonna come to your left ankle. Take your right arm to the inside of your right leg, wrap it around your right knee, your right shin. Keep your gaze steady as you reach your left hand around for your right fingertips. Okay, get that nice tight compression, nice steady bind, and then slowly hinge forward. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Make your way back up. Take your left hand to your left hip. Wrap your right peace fingers around your right big toe. Stand up straight, hold here, or reach your right leg forward. Swing that right leg through without touching it down to airplane. Okay, back to our last time through our flow. Step your foot back, airplane lunge, crescent, warrior 2, reverse warrior, low lunge, high plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Bring your shins onto the floor. Separate your feet. Sit your hips between your heels. Roll your calves out of the way. And sit on a block or the floor. Or if neither of those options work, you can sit on your heels. You're still going to get a stretch to your quads and your knees, and your shins and your ankles. Hero pose. If you'd like to recline, you can take your forearms down onto your mat, maybe your entire back. My knees are a little tight, so I'm going to stay right here, right now. So make the modifications and variations you need for your body. If you're reclined, make your way back up. I'm going to take half hero, half lotus twist for our twist today. If you'd like a different variation of twist, feel free to take that. I'm going to walk you through this variation first. So bring your right foot to your left hip crease. We've done a lot of binding today. Hopefully your shoulders and chest are feeling more open. So if you want to try the bind, you're going to twist towards your right knee, left hand to your right knee, and you're going to reach your right hand around, possibly for your right toes, and looking out over your right shoulder. Okay, other options are to set your foot on the floor and twist. And if you don't want to be in half hero, you can have a cross-legged position and twist. Any variation of twist that works for you, that feels good. So untwist now. Let's switch sides. Give your legs a little shake. And we're going to take half hero on the right side. You're going to take your left foot to your right hip crease. Okay, remember all the variations on this side are available to you too. And then if you want to take it all the way into a bind, you're going to take your right hand to your left knee, your left hand, reach it around for your left toes, and twist. Look out over your shoulder. And release. Bring both legs out in front of you. And sit up nice and tall. Flex your toes back towards your face. Bring your arms straight out in front of you. Very slowly, you're going to start to roll all the way down onto your back. Slow. Engage your core. Right before your shoulders reach your mat, start to come all the way back up. Slow until you're in a nice tall staff pose. And again, roll down. Really tight contraction of your core. Bringing my little yoga towel with me as I come. Roll back up before your shoulder blades hit your mat. All the way back up. Tall staff pose, so straight back. And the last time, this time you get to roll all the way down onto your back. And release. All right. We're going to do one last supine twist here. So you can take your favorite variation on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. This is the one I'm going to take if you want to take it with me. Nice relaxed grip on your knees, and just bring both knees to the right and stack them. Bring your left hand to the left. Couple breaths here. Big belly breaths. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Let it expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Switch sides. Bring your legs through center to the left. Your right arm to the right. Look toward your right fingertips. Back through center. One last little squeeze. Release to Shavasana. Straighten your legs long on your mat. Let your feet fall open. Arms rest alongside your body. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Return to the natural rhythm of your breath. Soften through all parts of your body. Paying extra attention to your jaw and your forehead, the crown of your head. If you have the time, please enjoy your Shavasana. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today. And today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.